Hey everybody, today I'm going to be making a video about the experiences and stuff that happened at VidCon because I know I'm going to forget and I keep telling myself like I have to make a video about my experiences or else I'm literally going to forget everything that happened. I don't really care if anybody watches, this is more of a me thing, but I decided well, maybe I should actually edit it and like put it on YouTube in case anybody else wanted to hear my experiences, and I guess I'll like give a few like advice tips at the end. Because when I was first coming to VidCon, I really wanted like a lot of advice and stuff. And I saw a lot of videos, but they still I still didn't have enough. So these are more like just little advice tips. Yeah, here's my experience at VidCon. I couldn't go there on registration day because my dad was working. So we came there on Thursday afternoon instead because we had the plane ride on Thursday and we left in the morning pretty much. And because of the time changes, by the time we came there, it was different. Like I was already jet lagged. It was only like 10 o'clock, but for me it felt like, what is it, 3-hour difference? It felt like pretty much 1 o'clock for me, like in the morning, so I was extremely exhausted. We were planning to get there earlier so then I could go and see I can meet my internet friends, you know, Steph, Jamie, Raven, and then the other ones I didn't even know about, Jen too, which was really nice to meet. I'm really glad we got to meet Jen. I love you so much. I love everybody so much. You guys made the experience the best. But yeah, we were planning on meeting my internet friends, but it got canceled because something happened, and it was really late in general. So like, that's alright, we'll just see each other tomorrow, which really, but it made me mad though, because I was getting so excited and ready, and then even though I was tired, I was still like hesitating to go to sleep. But eventually I did. So yeah, I guess that was the first day. It was literally just arriving there and stuff, and just meeting, just looking around at the convention area was really cool too. You know, it's a really nice area, and it was really good this year because they heavily secured it, which was really nice. In which I know sometimes security guards can be really annoying, but at a point you have to understand that they're just trying to protect you and keep you safe, and the YouTubers safe as well. So I really understood that. So the next day was Friday, the day that I could actually go there and go to all the booths and stuff and the panels and the meet and greets, and I finally met my internet friends. At the very first day I saw Raven because she came there earlier than the other two, and I got to see her and it was such a nice experience, and then I finally got to meet Steph and Jamie, which was really fun. So yeah, so we finally got together. And we just kind of we showed my dad around, here's this, here's that and stuff. And then he goes, yeah, okay, I'll leave you guys alone, you guys can have fun. So thanks, Dad, because I know you wanted to keep me safe, but I wanted to have fun with my friends, so thanks. I'm sorry, you're probably really bored the whole time. I wanted to apologize. So after we met, we went inside the actual convention area because we met outside, near the fountain. And we got to see all the sponsored booths and stuff. We just kind of walked around and looked what was around. Steph was vlogging a little bit, and we were just kind of talking and chilling. We were just walking around, just looking at what is around, where the panels are, so then we know where to run to. Because the whole thing is it's a lot of running. If you want to go, it depends. Advice tip number 1. Don't actually plan how many panels you want to go to. I know VidCon has the schedule where you want to plan and you want to get a schedule for every single panel, which that's what I thought at first. That's what I thought it was. It was just looking at a lot of panels, but really, you don't end up watching half those panels. It's especially if you have friends with you, you pretty much just end up just doing whatever anyway. It's just how it is. We were walking around pretty much, and then I think we went outside, and then my friend got food, Jamie got food, and then me and Steph went on the Ferris wheel because they had a mini Ferris wheel out there. At a point I don't even remember what we did. I think we all went to go eat something, and we just kind of chilled around because we needed to plug our phones in, we needed to charge our phones. So I think after that we went into the Hilton and we charged our phones there and just sat around pretty much. After we ate. Oh, I guess that should be advice number 2, is because even if you fully charge your phone and you have your portable charger, you still, that's not even enough. You still need more. I would get, when you go there, I would get a really good portable charger. or at least get 2 like small ones, because even charging your phone up to 100% again, like after you've already used up all 100% that you've charged like the night before or whatever, you will still run out of charge. So if you want you and your friends to just kind of walk around more, then I would suggest getting another charger, because even then in the Hilton, all the chargers were pretty much taken, and there was an outlet that wasn't even working, so I couldn't even charge my phone, so I used my portable charger, and then that ended up running out of battery, and then I was at like 1% for like maybe 30 minutes or so, until I got back to my hotel and I could finally charge it. After that, Steph auditioned to do like, I think it was only for singing. Like, she had to audition her singing, and she got in, so she was allowed to perform on stage, so we got to watch that, and it was really good. Personally, I enjoyed Steph's performance. I know that she said she did bad for the first one, but she really came off, and she did really well for the other 2. So I'm proud of her. I think it was really good. She made a good comeback, and that's all that matters. Eventually, after Steph's performance, she started to hang out like in the behind the scenes, and that's when somebody had tweeted, I think one of my friends, which was Jen, saying, oh, Ethan's at the Maltesers, you know, Crank Gameplays. He was at the Maltesers booth. So me, Raven, and Jen were all like fast walking. We didn't want to run, we didn't want to cause attention, and plus it was kind of hard to because everyone was crowded, but we were kind of like fast walking to the Maltesers booth. And we were afraid that we were going to miss him, but we saw him there. He was in a gray hoodie, and he had his hood up, so I mean, you know, it makes sense. Like, his blue hair was kind of, like, showing, so he kind of had to cover it up. But he was in a gray hoodie and stuff, and, yeah, so we got to meet him, which was so cool. I got to say a few words to him. We didn't have that much time because he wanted to leave before people started mobbing around and started, you know, finding where he was and stuff. So he can't stay in one spot the whole time. So I didn't get that much time to like talk to him and stuff. But like, I still got a picture with him, and I told him, I met you through Team Applier, but like, you're a lot more than that. And like, congrats on 400K. So it was really cool meeting Ethan. And I'm really glad I got to, because at the time I wasn't really a big fan of Ethan, but now I kind of more am. So, I mean, I'm really glad I got to meet him, you know, and talk to him, even if it was for a little while. It's still a very much good experience. So, I'm sorry, Steph, we kind of ditched you, but like, So after that, I think we all met up, and we went to one of the panels. I forgot which one it was. Oh, it was the What Would You Do for $1 Million one. I don't really know what it's called. I don't know if that's the official name. But we went to that panel afterwards, and we had a really good time. I enjoyed it. I'm glad that Mark was in it. And I wish I could apologize to Mark, saying I'm so sorry that we scream, "Hey Amy, is this funny?" at you like constantly, because I know it's interrupting and it's annoying. We didn't do it that often. We just kind of did it when there were just random pauses. So I have to apologize, but I could tell he was like ignoring us because he like somebody else screamed something else, and then he actually said, he was like, shh. But then when we screamed something, he just completely ignored it, which I find funny, but like, you know, whatever. I don't really care. To that panel, we decided we would go out to Denny's to eat. And that's what we did. Pretty much we walked back to our hotels and we said goodbye. And that was the end of the day. The next day was Saturday. And that was meeting Mark, because he only had the meet and greets at 9:30 a.m. Which, oh, I forgot to even mention. Steph met Mark and Thursday, and they got to meet, like, she got to meet Dodie and Amy, which I was so mad. I never got to meet Amy, and I was like so disappointed because all I wanted to say was, "Hey, Amy, is this funny?" But it didn't work out, but that's alright. Maybe there's hope for next year, who knows. But yeah, anyway, that was Thursday. Now today's Saturday. And it was the day that I was meeting Mark. We had to get there really early. I was planning on getting there more earlier than I thought it would be, but my alarm clock rang that morning, and I was literally like, 5 more minutes, and I just kept going, and it, even like, I should have told myself, like, you're meeting Mark today, you better get your ass up and go and get there early, so then you'd have a good experience and you get to talk to him then instead of being so rushed. But my lazy ass was like, 5 more minutes. And eventually it started getting late, and I had to start getting ready and stuff. And I was like, shoot, like I didn't rush, but I was kind of rushing. But yeah, it was just, oof, it was just a lot. So I finally got there. Thankfully, friend, once again, Jen, thank you so much. Thankfully, Jen was there. She got there really early. I don't know what time she got there, but I know it was really early. And she saved us a spot, so God bless you. So finally we went into the actual meet and greet hall. I don't know at what time, but it was before like 9:30, obviously, because 9:30 was when the actual meet and greet started. So we got in there, and me and Raven and Jen were just discussing just what we were gonna say, or just random stuff, like talking about like meeting Ethan the day before. But we were also discussing what we should say and what pose we should do. So that's how I got the idea. I think Steph mentioned the SpongeBob meme the day, not necessarily SpongeBob meme. No, it was a SpongeBob meme. And then she goes, please, can you go up to him? Just the first thing you say is, hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. But eventually I didn't actually do that. But I did the pose, which was classic. It was beautiful. It was so good. But yeah, but we were discussing that. And I was like, well, I don't know if I should do it. Because, like, what if it's, like, one of the only pictures that I have? I'm going to look back at it. I'm going to be like, what a fucking idiot am I? Like, the meme is dead, Liv. But eventually, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to fucking do it. Because I don't know what other pose to do. And I want it to be, like, a good memory to have. And it is. And it turned out, and I'm still, to this day, I'm so glad that I did that pose. Even though, like, VidCon wasn't that long ago, it was like a month ago, but at this point, I thought I'd be regretting it already, but it's just, it turned out to be so iconic, because I'm literally a meme in real life, too, so it turned out really good. I guess I should actually start talking about actually meeting Mark. We had this plan that we were gonna record each other, like, okay, one person records them meeting Mark, the other person records them meeting Mark, and then the other person records them meeting Mark. And it was kind of confusing because we were kind of making it the last minute and we weren't really thinking. But it was just, it was pretty much a wreck. And I feel really, really bad because the other day I told Raven I was going to record her meeting Ethan. And then my phone, literally the one recording that it fucked up was the one that Raven was meeting Ethan. I was so mad. I still cannot recover it to this day. It shows up as white. I don't know why. I don't know if it was because my storage was running out, but it wasn't really telling me my storage was running out. So I don't know. So that was like the only, literally one, I think one of the only recordings. The other one was like when I was recording Mark on a panel, which also sucks because I'd like to have that as a memory, but no, my phone decided not today, fam, not today. We were having the plan that we were gonna record each other meeting Mark. And like we were nervous, so we were, you know, we were kind of shaking, we weren't thinking right. Like you press the button and then like you stop recording it, or you put your phone down because you're trying to watch and you're like, wait, like you're like, it happens so fast and you think, oh, that's fucking stupid. You had literally one job, but it's like, it was hard, like, because you're trying to think, oh my God, like I'm gonna meet Mark soon, which was terrifying me at first, right? And like person who I watched for so long, I'm gonna finally like freaking meet them, like, and I had so many things planned to say, so yeah, so I was like trying to think like what exactly I was going to say at the same time while trying to record them while freaking out at the same time. So like I accidentally stopped the recording and then I was like, I stopped it after like they Raven met Mark and I was like, wait a minute, I have to keep recording, like I'm such an idiot. And I didn't end up recording, like I realized that right after Raven left and then I was going up and I was like, oh my gosh, like meeting Mark, I thought I was honestly going to be a lot more nervous. I thought my hands were going to be shaking. I thought my voice was going to be shaky because usually that's how it is when I do public speaking and stuff. And I thought, oh, like this person that I'm finally meeting, like the person I look up to and I'm going to finally talk to them. Like that's nerve-wracking, right? It really wasn't. I really thought I was going to be a scared freak, but it really wasn't that bad. It was a different kind of nervous. Like, it's not the same nervous as if you do public speaking. It's kind of the same nervous, like, ooh, gotta get my shit together and gotta say what I gotta say and then go. So it all started when I was putting my stuff down on the X because they had a fucking X to put your stuff down, bags and stuff. I'm like, you could have like, I don't know. It was all rushed and it was messy and it was just annoying. Even if you were there early, it was a little bit rushed. Maybe not the meeting part, but like the part where they're like, okay, put your bag down, okay, next, like hurry up and get up there, talk, then go. That's what they kind of said to do. They kind of said, I think they literally said like 30 seconds or so. And I'm like, that was a lie though. Like Mark would never like rush you off. So if you stood up there and if you continued to talk to him, then, you know, he would do it until like at a point the security guard would probably be like, okay, your time is done, like next person. But really, like, Steph, like on Thursday, she pretty much had like 2 minutes just talking to him. So I had Jen's phone in my hand because I was recording Raven meeting them, right? We were all gonna send each other things, the videos. So when I was done recording, like I had her phone. I had my phone in my pocket, but I had her phone here. And I, like, you know, the thing you turn it off and then you accidentally turn it back on again, so it showed the screen. And Jen had Ethan, like when Ethan and Jen met up, they had their selfie, but she cropped herself out and only had Ethan in it because it looked really good in it. So she was like, yeah, this is gonna be my wallpaper for life now. and it was a good idea, to be honest. But so she had Ethan like on her wallpaper, right? And she put her phone down, and I put her phone down on my bag and stuff, and the phone screen was lit up. And Mark goes, hey, I see Ethan on your phone. And I go, oh, that's not my phone. I go, this is my phone. And I was so mad at myself because I kind of missed the opportunity to show him my phone case. And that was the thing. I did not say half the stuff that I thought I really wanted to say. And I don't know why. I really wish I did. My brain was just all mumbled up. And I was kind of like, I have this kind of fear where I fear of getting in trouble. So I didn't really want to get yelled at for a security guard, telling like, oh, your time is up, you're taking too much time. So I kind of just like, I started leaving like way too early. I could have had so much more time to talk to him, but that's, oh well, at least I got to meet him, so I should be grateful for that. But I had like the Hey Mies is Funny like phone case on, and I didn't show him, but I had it in my pocket. But whatever, I was like, no, this is my phone in my pocket. And you can literally tell in the pictures, like he's holding his hands out, it's like a hug. And I'm still talking. And I guess like whenever I look back at it, that was so funny. Like he was like there, and I'm going, no, this is my phone. He goes, oh, okay. So there's the first hug, which is really nice, right? Which is like finally hugging him after so long, and it's the best. It's a short hug, and at the time you don't like think of it, but it was a good hug. It's a soft hug. It's a close hug too. I guess it depends on the person, because I saw some of the pictures that he was taking with other people, and it wasn't necessarily a close hug, which kind of sucks. Or maybe they requested not to have such a close hug. I'm not really sure what's going on. But my hug, like he pulled in, at least the first one wasn't necessarily close, and the first one was just kind of like a friend hug, like hey, you know, but it wasn't like a I love you so much hug. But yeah, so that was the first hug, and then immediately after he just told me, so what pose do you want to do? And I want to do the SpongeBob meme. Initially, I thought that I was going to be doing the SpongeBob meme while I was making fun of him, and then I was going to make the caption, what Steph said originally, hello everybody, my name is Markiplier, and I wanted Mark to be like, what the fuck? But like, obviously, you know, he didn't get the memo across, and I'm like, okay, we'll just do the same pose. And then eventually, I made the caption on Twitter. I go, hey, is that Ethan on your phone? And he going, hey, is that Ethan on your phone? And me going, hey, is that Ethan on your phone? And eventually Ethan liked the tweet, which was so funny. But yeah, that ended up happening. Yeah, so we did the SpongeBob meme pose, and then he pulled in for the hug pose. And for some fucking reason, I thought that we were just gonna do like a normal pose, because that's what you would do if you didn't have any other idea for a pose. So he started like putting his arm, like I thought we were just gonna do the pose like you know, like this, not like hugging, like this. So I was like, okay, so I just kind of put his arm around him, and then and I was standing too far apart, like you can see it in the video that I posted, because Raven actually recorded me, which thank you, Raven, because I'm sorry, I was a dumbass and I couldn't get you meeting any of them, and I feel really bad. But Raven was recording, and you can see like in the video that I was standing too far apart to be hugged in, And then he put my arm, like he put his other arm around me and started pulling me in, which is really cute. And I'm kind of glad that happened because it looks really cute. But yeah, but he started like pulling me in. I was like, oh, okay. And like he pulls you in really close. I guess for me, he did. He pulls you in really close, and then like you take the picture, and it was really cute. And that was like the best part of like meeting Mark, was just that he pulled me in. It was really cute. But yeah, and it made me really sad. Like, oh my gosh, that pose, man. But yeah, and then like after the hug pose, I only say, I was like, thank you so much for all that you do, and you really help everybody. So keep doing what you're doing. He goes, oh, thank you. And then I got a third hug, and I'm like, I got a third hug, bitch. But like, I was just kind of like, someone pointed that out in the video, and I didn't even notice. And that was like at the point where I was like, don't make me cry. I swear to God, I will cry. But yeah, but like I got another hug, and then I just started leaving, and I didn't even think of it. I thought, oh, okay, shoot, I was probably here for a long time. I gotta go. And I went back to Raven, and yeah, like the security guard had already grabbed my stuff, so it was already over there by Raven and stuff. So yeah, but like you can see at the end of the video, like he was clearly like looking at me as if I was gonna talk more, and I didn't, because my dumb ass was an idiot and I didn't say so, and it really pisses me off to this day. Like I will always hold a grudge for that. When I was looking at the video, I was like, Liv, what are you doing? Like I'm so mad at myself. But it happened, and I finally got to meet him, and we were just kind of shook. Like all of us were just shook. Like we didn't really know what to say. We were just kind of like talking about it. We're like, we met Mark. Like we literally met Mark, and I'm like, I don't even know how to feel about this experience. It's so weird. It doesn't get to you. Like it didn't cross my mind that it was reality. And I daydream so much, like I just think of it that it's still a daydream, and it hasn't gotten across my mind yet. To this day, a month later, it has not gone across my mind yet as reality. But we were just kind of walking out. We finally walked out, and we wanted to look at our pictures. They gave you like a code thing to finally view your pictures afterwards, because he had professional pictures. So we went online, and they finally loaded, and I finally saw the pictures, and it was just, oh, it was really cute. And then, yeah, it was a good experience. We were just kind of looking at the pictures, and we were like, this happened, you know, like this is so weird, but it happened. After me, Raven, and Jen were done sitting down and looking at our pictures, we went and we just kind of walked around to see the other booths. I think we went to the Taco Bell one, and I think we went to... there was a Twix booth, and they had places where you can print out pretty much like mini Polaroid pictures, and we decided to print out our pictures with Ethan and with Mark, which took a long time because they started like clogging up, and a lot of people were doing it at once. So we eventually went to the Sweet Tarts booth when they were literally doing the same thing, and they were just printing out pictures there too. And I finally had to ask one of the employees if they could print out my pictures, because we were waiting there forever while everybody else was getting there. So thank you. I don't know who it was, but thank you. And eventually I put that picture in the back of my phone case, and it's still there to this day. Even though that I was kind of hoping, I didn't even mention this, but when I was meeting Mark, they didn't do autographs. We weren't allowed to have any autographs, and I was kind of hoping that I would get my phone case autographed, and I can show them, oh, hey, it's funny, haha, you know. But no, they didn't allow autographs, but that's right. But eventually, my picture with Mark is still at the bottom of there. So I guess that's okay too, you know, it's not that bad. After we printed out the pictures, we went to the maker booth because Ethan was going to be doing a Q&A a lot later in the day, but we decided that we might as well just already start lining that up early, so we could be like right in front row. So me, Raven, and Jen all went there, and then we met up with Steph and Jamie. But me and Jen were like, me personally, I really wanted to go and see Mark's panel, because Mark had a Gaming for Good panel with other people, and I really wanted to watch it because I wanted to watch anything with Mark, really. He didn't really have that many panels, so I wanted to watch all of them. So me and Jen decided, okay, we'll go and watch the panel, and then we'll like run back to the maker booth to watch the Q&A. Me and Jen were just chilling because at the time there was still a Minecraft panel going on, but we wanted good seats and we wanted to get as up front and close as possible. We knew that if Mark was going to be on that panel, we already knew that people were going to be there already and waiting to get front row seats. So we decided to get there early. We grabbed pizza And we just kind of sat there for a little while, and we just talked, and we talked about our experiences, and it was nice. We had a little nice conversation. And then the panel started, and it was a really good panel. I really enjoyed it. It was more of a serious panel. It was not kind of like a funny panel. It was nice to hear everybody wanting to contribute to, you know, to the charities and stuff, and they were talking about what charities they wanted to do. And they had little things like, if you had your own charity, what would you want it to be for? But yes, it was a really good panel, and I'm really glad I went. We did get pretty good seats, actually. We're right on the edge in the middle. And like, we were actually pretty up close. We were maybe only like 5 seats back, which really isn't that bad. You could really still see their faces clearly. You didn't have to look at the monitor. After that, our plan was that we would rush back to the maker booth. And I was still confused. I was like, wait, the place that we were at was the maker booth, or were we just waiting there to go somewhere else? But no, the place that Raven and Jen and everybody else was, no, the place that Raven, Jamie, and Steph were sitting at were the place that, yes, Ethan was going to be there. But someone had dropped their phone. And like everybody else was running, and Jen was running, but I didn't want anybody to step on the phone. It seemed like to have a hard protective case on it. But I was really worried that somebody would take it or something would happen to it. So I picked it up and I gave it to one of the persons that was sitting up there that was monitoring the panels and stuff and making sure that it was recording okay for the live stream. But that's when I lost Jen. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to go to the place we were at originally and see if it was there. But no one was there, or there was someone there, but it didn't look like Ethan. I think it was an announcer, but I think I mistaked them for being a YouTuber. So I was like, oh shoot, like I guess he's not here. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go walk around. I finally went back to the actual maker booth, and I was like, oh shoot, Blue Boy is here. And I was just an idiot, and I didn't see it. But eventually, there were a lot of people already over there, because the maker booth isn't really that big. It's a really small area. It's not like a panel area where you have seats. You're standing up, so if you're short, you're not going to see anything, which was kind of my problem. He was just pretty much just answering a few questions. So yeah, so all my friends were up in the front, and I was just kind of more behind. I think we just wandered around again after. We probably went to I think we went to the hotel to charge our phones again, because they were running out of battery. The next thing I remember after that, though, is me, Jamie, and Steph. We went back to Steph's car to get the hot dog costume. Steph's friend had a legacy where they would wear the hot dog costume to VidCon on the last day and go to the costume party at the prom, the Twix prom. She decided to continue that legacy because the other person could not. So she finally put on her hot dog costume. And Jamie had to leave, and we had to say our goodbyes, and I was really sad because I wouldn't see her again tomorrow. But it was a good experience. Steph put on her hot dog costume, and then we started going out, and she got a lot more attention than I thought she would, which was weird. But it was like it was weird because I was friends with someone who was getting so much attention, and I was just like, damn. I'm like, I was here before all this happened, so I should be honored. Yeah, so Steph walked around as a hot dog, and she got a lot of attention, and people wanted a lot of pictures, and her friend was vlogging her along the way, and she was dancing everywhere, and she got the attention of even the people on some of the stages, which was really cool. We went up to the hotel. We kind of just, you know, walked around there, and there was an area upstairs, and that was pretty much it. Oh, and then, so yeah, finally we're like, okay, maybe we should go to Twix prom by now. And we didn't really dance around that much. Like, Steph was in the front more, and she was kind of hanging around because she was getting a lot of attention because she was still a hot dog. And she got picked to be in the costume contest, and she actually tied with someone else for the contest. So she got a trophy and stuff, which was wild. So pretty much me, Raven, and Jen were just kind of chilling until Steph went in the back, and we just kind of sat in our seats. And the costume contest started. So me, Raven, and Jen left. I think we got some food. We came back to watch a little bit. And then at the end, the rest of us just kind of walked around because it was late at night. And then Raven had to go. And then I was really upset. And I miss her so much. I miss you, Raven. And also I had to say goodbye to Jen, which I miss you so much, guys. If I could go back, I really would. Like, I miss you guys so much. Eventually, I asked for Steph to give me a ride home because I was like, there's no way in hell I'm coming back in the dark. Like, it was very late at night after the Twix prom. So Steph drove me back to my hotel. And yeah, and that was the end of VidCon, which was really upsetting because that was really, really fun. Like, usually I don't really do many like fun things like in my life. Going out a few times, sure, but like I don't really go to any conventions. That was my first ever convention, and so it was a really exciting time. And God, if I could go to like PAX and stuff and other conventions, I so would. I'll talk shortly about, because the next day was Disney Day, where there were discounted prices on tickets. So me and Steph went, and we pretty much spent the whole day together with her and her friend and my dad. Steph got fast passes to Guardians of the Galaxy, but I only had a pass for one of the parks. I didn't have a pass for both, but she got a fast pass for Guardians of the Galaxy, and then eventually we met up again. We got a fast pass for Space Mountain. And we went on the little rides. Like, we went on one of the Toy Story ones. And we were going to go on the Indiana Jones one, but that one was actually, like, they had malfunctions, so it didn't actually work. So sadly, we couldn't go on that one, which kind of sucked because we were waiting in line for a long time. And then we got to go onto Space Mountain, which was a wild ride, and I really enjoyed it. It was really cool. And we had a thing where I was gonna do a straight face, but for all the rides that had the pictures. But sadly, like, I was so annoyed because I told Steph, I was like, okay, tell me when the picture is going to be taken, because then I can get ready and I can have a straight face. And and she kept telling me, and I was like, okay, like, I didn't say anything, but at the very last minute, I said, okay, and that's when the picture took. Like, that's when the picture took, and I had the face saying, okay. I was like, are you kidding me? I am so mad. Like, I had a straight face for that whole time, and then finally at the end, she said, and I said okay and ruined it. And I was like, dang it, I shouldn't have said that. But that's okay. Eventually, the other one that we went on, it was I don't know which one it's called, but it was the one with the water. In which eventually, like, that last one, he gets splashed, and my dad and I had a straight face, and my dad did it perfectly. Like, he just looks like he's sightseeing. I'm just like, I look at that picture, I look at my dad in it, I'm like, that is priceless. But yeah, I did do a straight face in that one. But we didn't have any other rides the big rides that would take those pictures at the end, which kind of sucks because literally, like not even, you know, you'd have to spend the entire day there just to, because most of the time it's literally waiting in lines, and you don't have time for that, you know. But yeah, I forgot to mention, like, the whole time, the first day, I had my voice, but the second day I completely lost it from literally, I think it was only from screening at the panels, because I screamed the whole time. So yeah, I did lose my voice. And then, like, when I was at Disney, I could barely speak any words clearly. Like, my voice was cracking constantly, and it was so annoying, and it was embarrassing because I could not speak a few words. Like, I was like, okay, Dad, I have to start saving my voice. Like, it was getting really bad. So yeah, that was the end of the day. I had to say goodbye to Steph. I literally started crying. Like, my eyes started watering when I was hugging her goodbye. I was like, no joke. And then eventually, like, when we started walking away, I actually started crying. Like, usually I don't cry in public situations, but, like, I was actually so sad that I could not stop myself from crying, and I was crying, like, on the way to the airport and stuff. And then that was the end. And then I went home, and then it's all boring again. But, like, just making this video is reminding me of all the good times I had at VidCon, and God, I love it so much. Like, when I came back home, I was so freaking sad because I knew that I wouldn't be able to experience something like that until next year, if I even go next year. That's the thing, like, I don't even want to, like, buy tickets early because I don't even know if I'm going to like the same YouTuber, or if the YouTuber's going to go to the VidCon thing, you know? That's why I don't really like getting tickets early, but I did tell my dad that, like, I had a fun time. And he goes, maybe we'll go next year. We can go next year if you want to, which was really cool. So I'm still thinking about it. if it's gonna be December and I still be like, oh, I really want to go to VidCon and I still love Mark and stuff, then yeah, then I'll go to VidCon again. So yeah, that was my experience at VidCon. Hope you guys, if you guys even watched the whole video, I hope you enjoyed. Because Jesus Christ, there's so much. this video is so long, I already know. But yeah, all right, bye.
Ready? And then your phone right there? Yeah. There you go.
Yes, Liz.
The SpongeBob meme.
All right, you ready?